entertained to say the least. We have full highlights and reaction coming up. And thousands of officers from across the country come together to pay their respects for the officers shot and killed in an ambush shooting just 1 week ago. The emotional scene next at 10. And in weather. Nicole?
Well, it will be another cold day across the borderland tomorrow. We'll take a look at the latest Future Track computer model, talk about changes to the upcoming work week. Details coming up in Storm Track weather.
It's Saturday night. It's 10 o'clock. 10 straight minutes of news. Start now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley at Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7 at 10 Weekend.
Mixed emotions after the 81st annual Hyundai Sun Bowl. Arizona State pulling off the victory in a nail-biter against the Duke Blue Devils. Whether you're a Blue Devil or a Sun Devil, it was quite a game to watch with thousands of fans in attendance. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Luke Liddon. Ashley Rodriguez has the night off. And before we get to the Sun Bowl, we have some developing news to tell you about. A traffic alert on I-10 West at Schuster causing a severe backup due to a car and motorcycle crash. This is a look from our traffic cams near Porfirio Diaz just about an hour ago. As you can see, it was bumper-to-bumper traffic and hardly moving, and police tell us the motorcyclist has been transported to a local hospital. But the injuries and the cause of the crash are still unknown. Special traffic investigators are looking into the crash, and be sure to tune in online into Good Morning El Paso for the very latest. And developing now, an AirAsia plane with 161 people aboard lost contact with ground control after takeout from Indonesia on the way to Singapore. Search and rescue operations are currently underway. Contact was lost about 42 minutes after takeoff from Indonesia's Surabaya airport. We will update you with the latest once more details come in. The anticipation was building all week long for the Hyundai Sun Bowl, and it didn't disappoint. The game lasted until the very final possession. To the Sun Bowl we go. First drive for the Sun Devils. It was quite a game for both teams. And just take a look at this first play. Demario Richard gets the handoff. He would take it in for 6, take it back to the middle, and the Sun Devils would take the lead 7-0. But you're not going to believe this play right here. Might be the play of the week. Right before the half, Duke comes back. Jamison Crowder fields the punt, makes one man miss, makes a second man miss, a third man miss. You think he's going all the way? That's a fourth man. He cuts it to the outside. He would take it 68 yards, and the Blue Devils would cut the gap, and they would be down 20-17 at half. You know you got a game in your hands right here. Late fourth quarter. After Duke takes the 31-30 lead, Kalen Balaj runs it all the way to the outside, cuts it back inside, making everyone miss. You think he's taking it all the way to the house. Wait for it. He gets taken down at the 5-yard line. So close, but puts ASU in great scoring position. Very next play. Richard again for the touchdown, secures the snap. That is his 4th touchdown of the game, and ASU wins the 81st annual Sun Bowl 36-31. And here's ASU head coach Todd Graham after the game.
Really proud of our guys. You know, I say it all the time. The character, the discipline. There's no way that they were going to finish any other way than being champions.
And as you saw in those highlights just there, it was a big day for the Sun City as thousands flocked to the Sun Bowl for some very exciting football action. The game kicked off at noon, and it was quite a show. Despite the cloudy weather, fans enjoyed a nail-biter, and as you just saw, Arizona State held off Duke 36-31. ABC 7's Jerry Nahara was at the game. He brings the story. Jerry.
Luke, close to 48,000 football fans packed the stadium today. It made it the 23rd biggest crowd in the Sun Bowl's history.
I am very pleased with what you see in the stadium right now.
Sun Bowl Executive Director Borneo Olivas tells ABC 7 the attendance of 47,800 is exactly what they needed to create a business boost and a buzz for El Paso.
So that's one of the reasons we put on football, getting us to create tourism, and now hopefully everybody benefit, and everybody in El Paso benefit, the hotels, the restaurants, the shops, and everybody else. See this type of success and this type of the community coming together is very exciting.
Mayor Leeser says these are the crowds that are helping secure the Sun Bowl's title sponsor and national TV spot for another 5 years to come. Before the kickoff, fans in the stands got to enjoy a national anthem by Karen Twitty, wife of Fort Bliss Commanding General Stephen Twitty.
That was the most incredible experience ever. I've never sung in a venue like this.
During the half, a performance by country band Lone Star wooed the crowds.
Lovely, good time. The weather got better for it and everything.
But with El Paso being in the spotlight, what did the out-of-towners think of our city?
Everyone in El Paso has been fantastic towards us. We've had a really great time. Our stay has been phenomenal.
The hospitality by all the El Pasoans has been just first class. Excellent.
We've enjoyed the food. We went around to tour. It's just a wonderful place. It's a beautiful city. Yes, we'll definitely be coming back to El Paso again.
Enjoyed it.
Now, a big factor in the attendance, it was the game falling on a Saturday. We found out next year's game will also fall on a Saturday. It will be on December 26th, the day after Christmas. Luke?
All right, Jared, thank you. Very exciting game to say the least. And the storm track weather now. You're taking a live look from our ABC7 Mountain Cam. Another chilly night out on your Saturday evening, and storm tracker Nicole Gomez is filling in for meteorologist Carla Welga, and she has your first forecast. Nicole, I think it's officially time to pull out that big winter coat.
Absolutely. A cold night. It will be cold again tomorrow. We will get a slight warm up, but don't put your jacket away just yet because we're already tracking changes to your work week forecast. But let's take a look at Doppler radar and notice we're not tracking very much activity. We're actually seeing clear skies, so that's good news for us across the borderland, but we're still seeing some of that freezing rain in portions of Hudspeth County. Will expand out just a little bit here. If you have plans to travel towards Pecos, Midland, San Angelo, notice we're seeing snow, freezing rain, and rain in that direction. So again, use caution. Also, winter storm warning is in effect. You can see that pink purplish area around Presidio and Pecos. Again, use caution traveling in that direction. So clearing skies, a cold night is what you can expect. Mostly sunny, but still cold tomorrow. And I am tracking a strong cold front. I'll let you know if it will affect your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day plans coming up in Storm Track weather. Luke?
Okay, Nicole, thank you. We'll see you in just a bit. Thousands of police officers and community members attended the funeral of a New York City policeman today. Officer Rafael Ramos and Wenjon Liu were killed in their patrol car in an ambush shooting. The funeral at Queens Church comes just 1 week after the men's deaths. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio and Vice President Joe Biden both delivered their condolences to the families. And some officers say these attacks look to be an increasing trend that need to stop.
Unfortunately, it seems part of a pattern of increasing assaults on police officers around the country without provocation, without they're not just doing their job, making arrests. They're being targeted simply because they are police.
So unfortunately, it's a reality, and we need to be a part of it.
Funeral services for Wenjon Liu are still pending. Whether good or bad, we always try to listen to what our viewers have to say. Rick Cabrera explains. And ABC7 listens.
We mean it when we say it. We want your comments, good or bad. And while we get our fair share of criticism, it's also nice when I can share some of the pats on the back. Let's have Min get us started. You have the best looking and professional people. Y'all are doing a great job. Oftentimes, it's the hairdos of some of my coworkers that get your attention. Cindy writes, Hillary, your haircut is adorable. You look just fab. Smiley face. And from Dolly, Maria Garcia looks so nice with her hair pulled back like that. Those updos are very becoming. Sometimes we get emails after someone comes back from vacation. James missed his morning meteorologist. Sorry for the delayed email, but I have to tell you how happy I am to have Miss Clyde back on the mornings after her being gone a couple of weeks ago. Or when they get back. Just want to let you know that you have the best news in town. We just moved back from the Houston area in June after being gone 13.5 years. Keep up the great work, and we're glad to be back home. Thanks, Sam, and welcome back. We received more than a couple of emails about our web director, even though he's normally only seen during ABC7 at 4. Leonard Martinez, you make my day. Thanks for always making me laugh and for sharing the news. And finally from Noemi. We love ABC7. Everyone is great. Thanks to Noemi and all of our viewers for the kind words, and let me be the first to wish you a Happy New Year. Rick Cabrera, ABC7 Listens.
What some are calling a family tradition, tailgating. An inside look coming up next. And in weather, Nicole.
It will be another cold night. I'm tracking changes, so be prepared for those changes for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Your Storm Track weather forecast is coming up.
You're watching ABC 7, where news comes first. The 2014 Sun Bowl kicked off today right at noon. The Arizona State Sun Devils beat the Duke University Blue Devils in a nail-biter. ABC 7's Iris Lopez joined fans earlier this morning for what many people call a family tradition.
I've lived in El Paso all my life, and believe it or not, I haven't been to a Sun Bowl game. But for this year's Sun Bowl, I was able to hear, smell, and taste what goes on before the big game. I'm talking about the tailgate. Rick Rocha has not missed a Sun Bowl game for the past 10 years. Every year, he makes his way out to the Sun Bowl Stadium with family and friends for what he calls an El Paso tradition. And that helmet he's wearing has helped him correctly predict the past 4 Sun Bowl winners.
This is my tradition every single year. I started with Notre Dame, Miami, and I've been 4-0 with the helmet. I pick a side. I know the Sun Bowl's big for the city, so I just pick Arizona State this year. I just got to go with my gut feeling. So it's 4-0, hopefully 5-0.
Rick was among the thousands of fans who were up early for pregame festivities.
It's cold outside, but that didn't stop tailgaters from enjoying a football tradition.
And we're here every year, and this is normal to us. So we prepare, we layer, we're good to go.
Fans used portable fire pits, blankets, and extra layers of clothing to keep warm. And I quickly learned that the main ingredient for a successful tailgate was the hot food and hot drinks.
Horrible, but we got a couple drinks to keep us warm all day long.
Many people traveled from near and far for this year's Sun Bowl game.
I'm from Nogales, another border town like El Paso in Arizona, and I took the Greyhound bus from Tucson to El Paso. I had some friends pick me up.
It was a day for families, friends, and even complete strangers to get together and enjoy some tailgating fun, even though the sun never really came out. Now let's go back and talk about that lucky helmet. He predicted that ASU would take the trophy today. He was 4-0, going for 5-0 on his predictions. And it looks like Rick Rocha, the man with the lucky helmet, is now 5-0. Iris Lopez, ABC 7.
Iris, thank you for that report. And to Storm Track weather now, another chilly night in the borderland. So be ready to bundle up. It's a live look at our ABC 7 Mountain Cam. Take a look at the bottom right. Our current temperature, 36 degrees. Yes, that's chilly. Nicole Gomez is standing by with you. Look at your Storm Check weather forecast. Nicole, you're saying it's going to get even colder.
Yeah, so that's not chilly, Luke. That is cold, 36 degrees. Our high today, 46 officially at the El Paso International Airport, and we were well below normal. Our average high around this time of year